Sounds like a lot of hoopla to make over a little Krabby Patty, right? Wrong!
So let me tell you my preference. Tell you what I have, and I think you can get many interpretations from this scene. It was very well written, very intelligently written. It was very brilliant. I think it's probably my favorite scene in the whole anime because it was so well written, and it was so interesting to examine and watch and everything. And I'll just tell you, in this whole speech of hers, she is woke as fuck. Let's move on here. So I took frame shots of every line in this speech, and I just want to read it because I wish I could play it again. It was so I was getting choked up while she was doing it. It's the speech in the trailer too.
Really?
It is so good. It's one life. It's my life. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god.
Wow.
And so I just want to read line by line, and I have some thoughts on it that I wrote up that I think would be an interesting thing to like just let our mind blow.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
Prepare your mind. So she says, it's too dazzling for me. This is the way people live their lives. I'm envious. If I vanished now, could I start over anew? I wonder if I could accept such normal happiness. If I lost my memories and got a different personality. But then, what does it mean to be reborn? Now you see, at this point, Yuri is contemplating what giving up would be like, I think. If moving on would mean not existing. Grappling with the fact that her life will forever be hers, at least that version, that existence of her. Would disappearing end her suffering, or would it just continue forever? Is this something that we all deal with when contemplating existing beyond death? Because she's talking about being reborn, and like the happiness of that life. And I think that that's what she's dealing with is contemplating, would moving on, would she still be her if she moved on, or if it would be, or if it even counts as death, because she, as she knows it, herself, her life, her soul at this point will be gone forever. And when she's reincarnated, she'll forget everything. So it's like she's dead. It's like this version of her would die. So would she keep living? Would this version of her live forever? You know what I mean? That's how I saw that first part.
That's trippy.
And then she goes on to say, that isn't my life anymore. Like what I just said. Like, it's not her life anymore. So it's someone else's life. Now, this is where it gets good. I highlighted this. This is where it gets really intense, at least for me. And I remember, dude, her voice was like picking up too. So it was like, I was starting to cry here. So I only get one life. I only get to live one life. Hold on. Only get to live life just once. Damn it, I couldn't read that. I only get one chance. Fuck me. I can't even read this shit.
Damn, dude.
I only get it once. This is my life. And then she says, I can't entrust it to someone. I can't steal a new one. I can't force it on others. I can't forget it or erase it. I can't stomp over it, laugh it off, or beautify it. I can't do anything. I have to accept my one shot at life, no matter how cruel and merciless it was. That's fucking intense, bro. I mean, at least for me, I was getting chills. I was like, this is me. This is my life. That's how I feel.
How cruel my life is. I have to go on living as a Kermit.
Now you ready for this? I'm gonna blow your mind right now. Here we go. Let me get into this, man.
Maybe it'll wake me up.
Dude, I'm gonna... this spoke to me, man. I'm gonna preach it right now so bad right now because I've been telling you fucking lazy bitches. Oh, okay, here we go. So, we just read that. I have to accept my one shot at life no matter how cool it is. Okay, all that good stuff. This is so true, though. Own your damn life. Whatever terrible things have happened to you, it's your life. It's not beautiful. You can't force your past experiences on others through social shaming or political protesting to dictate how other people non-violently interact with you. Stop using self-defeating language. Make something of your life and be productive and be so goddamn good that people will envy what you've become. David. David. She was about to vanish and move on, but you see, she begins to fight her own lived life. fighting to never accept the life she's been given. That fight is actualized in her futile gun battles with a non-existent god. In reality, she only is firing at the fabric that connects her to her own past, manifested as the system as God.
Damn. Whoa. Whoa.
Let that soak in,
It's pretty
bro.
much like... Is it basically... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it basically saying, like, she's pretty much being her own god over her own life?
Yeah, her battle, her frustration, her inner struggle with herself, and her own unacceptance of her life, her own life that she's lived. She doesn't accept it. So that battle that's going on in her mind in the afterlife, while she is dead, her soul is in this purgatory state. That battle she's having. It's understood, it's interpreted, it's manifested as that system, as this gunfight. That's why they can make guns out of dirt, is because it's her own mind, her own soul, her own existence of consciousness interpreting it in that way. So it manifests as the system, and that's why she hates God, is because it manifests as a god of that world. That god of that world is not God, it's her own self-defeating reality.
Whoa.
And that's what she's fighting. Not the system, not Angel, not this god. She's fighting herself.
So, whoa. So, like, if she didn't die and she wasn't in this purgatory thing, none of it would be, like, fighting.
No, it's not real. It doesn't exist.
Fuck.
It's their souls interacting in the endless void of nothingness. That when you die, you just turn into nothingness, and your souls are floating in this void of empty space and nothingness. But your souls are interacting. I mean, it may not be nothingness. I think it's when you pass on. We don't understand what's beyond life. It's probably something we can't even comprehend, something we can't even understand with our own human mind. So the soul's only understanding of reality is what they've known through lived life, so therefore that's what shows up, that's what they understand. That's how they interpret this unfathomable existence. They interpret it as things that they understand, like guns, weapons, school. That's why it's a school. They died as kids. That's all they know is a school.
Yeah.
And that's what it's manifesting into. And their souls are interacting in something. They're interacting with each other, but that's how they're all interpreting what is in front of them, because they can't comprehend it.
You are going so damn deep for me right now. Like, I can't. I feel horrible because I'm not mentally prepared for this kind of conversation.
I told you to prepare yourself, man.
Oh man, I need sleep.
You like that, idiot?
I do. That's so fucking trippy, dude. Like, I kind of understood that fact, like, that this purgatory is made up of things that they can understand. Because, like, if they didn't understand it, they'd be like...
What the fuck, Lee? You. Should I move on? I've got some more.
Yeah, how about you move on? I'm gonna try to process.
We all just need to take a moment and breathe.
Yeah.
Here we go. So this is where it gets dark. Okay, the room starts to everybody disappears in the room, and it starts to shade in. You know why? Is because now she's changing her train of thought. Instead of speaking like can't stomp over it, you know, laugh it off or beautify it. Instead of like at that point, you know, she was saying I can't forget it, erase it, I can't stomp over it, I can't beautify it. She was accepting it. She was beginning to accept her life. She can't change it. She can't give it to someone else. She can't stomp it. Like, she's accepting that that's what happened to her. Mm-hmm. But she says, "Sir, don't you understand?" And this is where her mind starts to turn, and that's why the darkness is coming around the room. She says, "That's why I must fight. You know, because I can't change it. That's why I have to fight. Is because I can't change it. So I'm gonna futility fight against God and out of anger. That's why I must fight. I must keep fighting. I must keep on fighting because I can never accept that life." And at this point, she fails to become at peace with the lot she was given with her own life. So the inner conflict and struggle continues. And that's why all the smoke comes in. She almost vanished, but then because she got the will to keep fighting this futile struggle, she did not get obliterated. So that's why she woke up, and that's why the smoke was coming in to obliterate her, but then she was like, no, wait. I don't accept my life. I want to keep fighting. I want to keep pushing. That's why she got to see the hand of Otanashi reaching for her, and she saw the way out, and she got pulled out back into that purgatory, that middle existence.
Yeah.
Is because she wasn't done fighting with her own acceptance of her situation.
Right.
So she almost vanished.
But she does later on anyway.
Well, everyone does later on.
I don't know how she did though. Kind of skipped over.